Welcome back, guys, to Sensei and the Pupil. I am Sensei Paul, here with Sensei Craig and Sensei Devin.
Hey, guys.
We're going to go ahead and... we're back. We're back at...
Fury High School?
Fury High School.
Fury, yeah.
I want to say Beaufury. I don't know why.
That's what it's called, Beaufury.
Well, Beaufury, yeah.
It's the group.
We're talking about the shield girl. Beaufury.
Oh, Beaufury. Oh, my God.
Which is season... Anyways, that's tangent.
Whatever.
It's not that good. So we're back at Beaufury High School and Fury High School, and when we had last left the last season, they were just about to fight the Kiel. Group gang dragons, and these are dirty motherfuckers. Alright, these are
bats.
Dude, yeah, they use weapons like at the start of any fight, and they always jump people. Like they
come in numbers.
They come in numbers. That's what they're known for.
And can I just say the bats are bullshit?
What do you mean?
Dude, they're hitting them in the heads, bro, and they're not getting knocked out. I'm sorry.
Dude, foreign kids are different.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in gripes.
Yeah.
Bruh.
So, this is a dirty group. They don't, like, fight honorably. They don't believe in fair fights. They're dirty. That's what they're known for. But Furin walks in, but, you know, Sakura takes his class because at this point he is class president. He has his own little 2 lieutenants, you know. I probably wouldn't have picked what's his name as my lieutenant, but whatever.
Yeah, Nire should not be the
Nire, but whatever. He has heart, and he's the glue that holds this team together.
He's also a liability.
For now.
Bro.
And we'll talk about that later. For now. Yeah, so Sakura is helping one of his classmates who happens to be part of the Kill Gang, and that's where we start this second season.
His friend was.
Right, his friend was. And that's like the whole point of this mission is to go rescue his friend, because if you're part of my crew and you have a friend, I'm going to help you because we're family, all right?
Jesus Christ.
We ride at dawn.
It's like liberals
we ride or die.
Immigrants.
Bad boys for life.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So this whole fight, you kind of see the usual things that you see in these fights. You see the pairing off of named characters and the ones that have that have a special look.
And when they take their hood off, you know they're a named character.
You know, they have like lazy eyes. If you have slits for eyes, if you have like a different personality than all
colored hair,
and also the nameplate that pops up on the side whenever you
the nameplate. Don't forget the nameplate,
because those are important characters.
Yeah.
So you see this pairing off of the lieutenants, and you see Sakura going off to fight his own named character. I'm not good with names, so I'm not gonna remember all of them.
I didn't even write down important. Like there's only a few important.
Well, because the first one wasn't that important. The Kill lieutenants and all that wasn't really too important. It just shows you. It just rehashed the fact that Sakura has a good group behind him as far as named characters that have their own personalities.
Yeah.
Right?
Kaji is probably the only one that mattered in that whole warehouse battle. Kaji,
the eye patch.
No, the headphone kid from Fury Inside that beat up the main leader of Kyo.
Oh, okay,
Kaji.
Kaji. One of the 4 kings, right? No, he's not 4 kings.
He's in the grade above.
Okay.
The grade above.
Yes, you're right. He's an upperclassman. You're right. Yeah. You're right. He's a senpai. He's a senpai. And you do see his little backstory. He's a monster inside. And the Kill leader is like, release it. Oh, doesn't it feel so good to fight people? Oh,
he's just getting punched and laughing.
Which was cool. I thought I would have wished he would have kind of went like stabbed. He's like, this is what I was waiting for. And fucking like.
He's on some Joker shit.
Yeah. That would have been cool. Didn't happen, unfortunately. He got his ass whooped. But what was cool was that a motherfucker was hiding inside the group the whole time named Endo. And this dude was on a recon mission the whole time, and he's his own person. And I thought that was fucking cool. Like, who is this guy? We never seen this guy, never heard of this guy. But the guy just pops up. He's like, glad that's over. That Sakura kid was pretty cool. Like he's all like, glazing Sakura and
all
shit.
Tatted up at 16. That's what's up.
Is he 16?
Yeah, 16, 17. They're like 17 in the highest grade. He's with the highest grade.
Right. We'll get to him. Okay. So, you see Endo, you see him walk away. You don't know who this is at this point. It's just some random cool guy who walks away from this battle because I was just playing the whole time. And it turns out that this guy is the one who unleashed Kiel on this town. And he's kind of the puppeteer, the mastermind behind a lot of the events going on. Not just with Kiel, but as we see in the middle of the anime, another subsection of this town or city full of poor people that also work for him. And
I forget what the name of the town was called. I think it's called like Shinata or something.
Right. But the group that runs that are the Topo
Topotengen.
Topotengen.
Gurren Lagann.
Yeah,
No.
It is almost like that, dude. That's what I thought it was at first. It's Topo something.
No, the Toporobi.
Toporobi.
Toporobi, but that's the one. Oh no, the Roppo Ichiza. Yes,
Is
Roppo
that the group?
Ichiza. Yes. No, that's the bar. Sorry.
Okay.
Topo. Yeah, you're right.
Dude, you're confusing me with words and names.
Sorry. You're right.
But we're going forward from that. You get introduced to this other bad guy. You also get introduced to another king. Subakino.
Trans.
Very interesting character. Very interesting.
They spent like 4 episodes going into him, dude, and it kind of ticked me off.
We'll get to that. Your fucking hatred for trans people.
Nah, not even that.
Your transphobia. We'll get into that. Cray. Your transphobia. Anyways, going forward, you kind of have a little heartfelt moment. How do you guys feel about Sakura kind of bearing his soul to his group?
Which part?
Because he did feel bad. You know, you kind of saw that, a little bit of growth after the kill battle. You kind of had a little bit of growth about how he acted. Because this guy's like a tough guy.
I don't know why he's like all tripped up on himself. Like,
yeah, dude, that's so gay, dude.
Like,
he doesn't know what love is, though, dude. Like, if you were a kid that's always been like in every school you go to, it's like, dude, you're a piece of shit.
You don't get it, bro. What
You're a bad kid.
What Devin's trying to say is this dude is like,
don't
Yeah, don't
like,
tell
tell
him
him
that.
what I'm trying to say, dude. Right?
yeah, go ahead. What is this guy about?
So just like guys aren't like this, you know, like they don't have
Oh my
like
God,
all
yes.
these like feelings and stuff like
Yes.
that. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, some do, but like to kind of like end up being like super depressed over, oh, I thought I could handle all of them. It's like, dude, it's not
Dude.
it's not that deep, bro.
I
It's
know,
not that
it's not
deep.
that serious.
You know, like.
I get what you're saying, and it's partially a gripe, but I also
Same.
understand that there's no such man as this in the world, that you've never been like,
Dude,
everybody's ridiculed you from the very start. Nobody's
Dude,
ever given you a
It's
fucking
the same
chance.
thing from Erased that my issue was with those kids. That one smart kid, the blonde hair kid, why are you acting so different than normal? You are like fucking 11. All right, these guys are like 15. They're not worrying about how they interact with the world and like if they can protect everyone.
But you got to work with what they're giving you, dude. They told you already. They established that Sakura is a loner. He's never had anybody in his life show him any affection, kindness, friendship, anything.
I want Sakura to do like a heel turn.
Any normal, and we might see that.
Go
We
to
might
Endo
see that.
side, dude.
We might see that, and you're kind of skipping. I agree that it's like an extreme,
Just
version.
off-putting. Just off-putting.
It is, because it's extreme. There's no such thing as that. We don't know about that, but they established it, so I'm not gonna give it that big of a gripe because they already told me that's the way he is. So I don't expect him to discover like, oh, human interaction the next fucking season.
It's just
so, anyways,
off-putting.
I get it. He's kind of a pussy. Whatever.
I don't like the way you guys fight. I hate it.
I don't want him. I wish he wouldn't grow so much emotionally, but more like.
Learn a new move.
Yeah, exactly. Like grow like
Breakdance kick.
His arts, you know, of fighting.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
That's. We'll get to the gripes. That's a great point you just brought up, though.
Thank you.
No, it's not.
We'll get to the gripes.
He has no fighting stuff. There's not like class systems in this
And
fucking thing.
Dude, I
It's
don't want
just-
to talk about my gripes right now.
Some of them do have fighting styles.
Yeah, but they don't like level up. They just get better at their fighting styles. Anyways, moving forward. After he kind of rediscovers his own self and everybody affirms, hey, dude, we get that you're a fucking weirdo. We accept you. Just fucking get over yourself. Like Devin said in a mean way. Very mean way. They tell him, get over yourself, dude. Like, get out of your head. Like, we're good. We came with you for a reason. We respect you. We're friends. We accept you for whoever you are. And, you get introduced to the second king, Subakina.
Subakino.
Yeah, but you don't like the O.
Subaki-chan.
Dude, you gotta drop the no.
Yeah, you fucking...
Well...
disrespectful.
yeah. Subakino.
So, you find out that shit is cool. I think she's fucking cool, dude. She admits it, like... Yeah, and he admits it. He admits it. He's like, dude, I got the same shit you got down there, dude. I just like men. I just like to...
I like cute things, is what he says.
And I respect that. They don't pander, and this is a very good trans character to have in an anime because
Woo, boy, I'm about to gripe.
dude, he'll kick your ass in high heels. I don't know what you're talking about.
That shit gotta hurt. Those high heels, trying to block that shit.
You know, high heels were originally made by men.
And lipstick.
Yeah, in lipstick.
Yeah. I guess Devin doesn't like to learn during anime. Okay.
No, I like that they put that in there.
Yeah,
So
made me feel better about wearing heels and makeup. No, anyways, you get to see his backstory. It was very
Boring.
it was emotional. You know, I'm an emotional guy. I'm gonna say that right now. While we're reviewing this, I'm okay with being emotional. This guy is so trapped in his masculinity.
Not even, dude. Not even, dude.
I like the story. It was
Not
a cool
even.
story about the whole wife. And
I
the
will say that
husband.
you say you're emotional, but then you didn't like Violet Evergarden, so
Don't get me started on that.
contradict.
Okay, it is a little contradictory. A little bit. I don't want to get into it right now. I'll tell you. I can tell you why. I can spend a whole 20 minutes telling you why Violet Evergarden is not the exception. Is the exception. But anyway,
Subakino fought. Boom.
no, she didn't fight. She
He-
helped an old
he-
man. He helped an old man.
He's literally a he, dude. He says a he.
She
You're putting
helped
your
an
title
old
label.
man. Is it okay if I show him respect? Huh? If he wants to be a she, let me do what I want to do. All right.
I don't think that he ever said he wanted to be a she,
Yeah.
but he just likes to dress up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he has my respect, and I can call him whatever I want. So,
Get
anyways,
his balls out of your mouth. Come on.
So, he helps the old man. They form a better bond with Sakura because Sakura also understands more than he lets on, actually, which I thought was cool. Just staring at the picture of the old man, the wife, he kind of understood, like, dude, like, your wife loved you. You're also an idiot, and I thought that was cool because he's more thoughtful than I thought he was at first. Not so much stuck in his head. Going forward, they invite them out. The trans woman, Subakino-e, invites them out to go watch her dance, which is Craig's favorite part whenever
Totally.
she's dancing on the pole.
Great
And
moves.
Sakura and them get lost and end up getting in trouble again by saving this woman.
Shizuka.
And that's when we see this other group that's hired out by Endo to take her back. And you also see another group of fighters who are on par with Frieren.
Suzuri Shuhei is the leader. With
Well,
the
the
weird.
group. But yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, sure, Craig. You want to take over?
But the other group is just misunderstood.
Which one? Oh, yeah. From the slums.
Yeah.
They're a mercenary group, very poor. What y'all think about their backstory?
the main guys.
The bad guys.
Talk about splitting the cookie.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Makes sense.
Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense.
Makes total sense.
One
Yeah, I'm
bad.
okay with it. But the thing
Friendship
that
part?
the thing that didn't make sense was at the end we're like,
Tell them.
oh, I got a job for you over here. No, we got more. It's like, dude,
Y'all just.
why couldn't we just do this in the beginning?
Y'all just
Like,
destroy.
Stubborn.
It's like, guys, we'll work our way.
He's stubborn.
We'll feed the other group until everybody else gets a job, dude. That's how you're supposed to do it. Like the whole entire time.
It's also
Wow.
off-putting how he knew all about video games, even though he never played one. He's like, "Oh, this must be the final boss fight, huh? Oh, look at that! It's not good unless it's a hidden boss with you get levels and stuff." And then he never played the game.
Oh, wrong
I'm
gripes
not
now?
mad at that, but
Wrong
that's kind,
gripes
of,
now?
that's kind of like a
It's a nitpick.
yeah.
That's on me. Yeah. Just
I
find more
mean,
reason why I
the
didn't like
dude,
it.
what the dude can't watch a fucking TV and outside of a fucking like he doesn't have to go to a shop and buy the TV. He can look
I'm just
through
giving.
a
I'm
he's
just finding
four,
more
he can
reasons to
watch
give it a 3.
videos. Like
Go ahead.
I fucking hate you, dude.
Yeah, they fought, they kissed, they made up.
No, he bared his soul like most friends do in a good situation, and they accepted him as a friend and said,
You
"You know
mean
what, dude? We followed you."
While fighting him.
Well, I'm talking about the group.
You know what
Oh,
else I didn't like though?
Or on gripes.
It's your autographs.
Is that so? The dude is a 4 king.
Right.
Shubakino.
Yeah, and like I wanted him to whoop that dude's ass. Like
Yeah,
he's a
getting-
4 king, but like he didn't.
He was getting beat, huh?
It was more of it was kind of closer to a stalemate
He was
than
getting hit.
anything.
Technically, he kind of gave up towards the end. He understood that this fight wasn't really a fight that was.
It was a
meant-
conversation.
right.
Yeah.
Love! If you
Well,
don't
I
have
mean,
love...
Well, he understood that there was something bothering this dude. He's like, you know what? Like, and he did the same thing that you were grabbing about. He's like, we didn't have to fight the whole time. Like, we could have just talked it out and figured out what the problem was.
I just wanted, like, for him being a 4 king, I just kind of wanted
to
I expected
outright
him to-
win,
yeah,
like
I
so
expect-
badass.
Yeah.
You,
I understand
You need a power feat. You see how strong this guy really is. Like, can people even fuck with him?
And
And we didn't get to see that.
you kind of did. You kind of did. You didn't see like his full physical power as far as like whooping ass, but you saw the fact that
He had all his makeup on.
and technically he did win. Technically he did win.
I think
He did win in the fight completely. He just
Ideologically.
decided not to. He decided not to like. Even he stopped himself. He was like, I don't need to do the last punch because Like, there's no point.
But like,
it's pointless.
I think what I'm thinking, not Devin, what I'm trying to say is that you want to see these four kings mean something.
I understand.
Mean something. Sakura could have done the same thing, had the same fight with Suzerain instead of the four king. And
But it's not his job.
But we would have felt the same because it would have been a fight of ideals.
No, it wouldn't have been.
And now this guy got his ass. Superhero got his ass beat.
It wouldn't have been the same because Sakura had to get to that other girl and make her realize, dude, why are you trying to give up? Like the whole point of us fighting is for you to keep your dream.
You're missing what we're saying. At least have Tsubakino dodge every attack. He's so like overly skilled. Make him a four king. He just seems like another guy.
What kind of a conversation is had where you don't have let the other person talk? It's called an exchange for.
So you let him hit you? No, dude.
It's called an exchange. Yeah, so you like exchange words.
You need to like look down on him.
Okay, well then somehow show me that he was letting him hit him. You know, like,
he did. He said you could do whatever you want. I'm like you can hit me as many times as you want. I'm never going to give up because I love something, and you have something you need to find out what it is that you love. And he just let him hit him. Until he got tired, and then he let him collapse.
Yeah, but they were going back,
and then gave him a hug.
They were going back and forth, and like he wasn't really landing like
on purpose.
No, homeboy was hitting Tsubakino. Like he was catching him.
And why do you think
he kept eating it? Kept eating
on purpose? Oh my god! You know what?
You're not eating it on purpose.
Okay, yeah, because that's exactly what he said. He was fucking. He didn't want to beat him.
If I was getting beat up, I'd be like, "Yeah, I let you do that on purpose too."
Yeah. You know? Anyways,
imagine a high school fight like
we could disagree on what the motives were that Tsubakino let him hit him so many times. I say it's because he wanted him to let the anger out and to actually say what the fuck was on his mind.
To me, that was
bothering
lack of skill.
I mean, you could say that, even though Tsubakino technically whipped his ass in the beginning, to the point where he had to fucking discover himself. So, anyways, we'll disagree, whatever. That all happens, and we finally get the reveal of Endo and the true origin and motives of why he's doing all this. And you find out that Endo was a part of Furin. He actually has never been beaten. He's never been beaten. Even by the current strongest four kings and the leader, Umemiya, who is supposed to be the badass, the fucking most badass.
But he also never tried to fight Umemiya either. Endo never tried to fight him.
Right, and we discover there's a reason why. Is because there's one other person who is also
way stronger than Endo.
Yes.
Real top dog.
Yes.
Real top dog.
That was cool reveal.
That was cool reveal.
Because, like, dude, there's something stronger.
Rengoku looking mother.
He is looking like a motherfucker. And
remember his name?
Rengoku Jr.
I don't know. I forgot.
Chika Takeshi.
Chika. Yeah, I thought it was a weird ass fucking name, right? Like a woman.
Takeshi.
So Sakura caught the eye of Endo. And the reason why he caught the eye of Endo because Sakura reminds Endo of Chika. He's so impressed by Sakura's just battle spirit, like that I don't give a fuck attitude, like I only need myself kind of shit. That he's like, oh shit, this is like Chika. Like Chika should meet this guy. I want to get this guy for Chika so we could all be a huge strong group. Just us three and beat the fuck out of whoever we want to do and possibly take back Furin. That's what they're predicting, and hopefully we'll see it next season.
To see that. That's so cool.
That would be cool.
Join Sakura.
And that's such a cool way to introduce the main OP character, fucking pile of bodies, and his motive for piling up these bodies is because he wanted the firework to go up higher. And that's such a fucking teabag move, like winning Call of Duty or any game, to put a firework on somebody's fucking forehead after you beat the fuck out of them and then light it on their forehead.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was power.
That's a power feat I want to see from Tsubakino.
Like, we just got done popping fireworks, like...
Me too.
The day before, I'm like, dude, that would hurt that dude. Like, that would...
That'd be so much... Dude,
and then he complained, he's like, I should have had more bodies. It didn't go high enough.
I thought the same thing too when I was shooting off my cannon firework. I was like, man, I should... Because it wasn't going that high. It was exploding kind of by the wires.
With your forehead? Dude.
Well, no. If I could have some bodies to put up higher...
No, I'm
saying... higher this guy?
Man.
Well, that's what's up. Hype it up.
I mean, that we can all agree that was probably the hypest moment of this whole season, right? Can we? No, that's my hype moment.
I like when the twins were fighting. Those twins that were like Tsubakino's.
They're all dancing.
Yeah, they were like working together. That was fire. Fight like that, Tsubakino, you suck. that was my hype, probably.
My hype. I mean, no, I'm not joking about it. My hype wasn't the end, but that end part. That part, the reveal of the big bad, and just the kind of imagination of how strong that person probably is compared to Umemiya or Sakura. I was like, okay, cool.
I would say my favorite part was when the trans guy was able to accept who he was.
Oh, that little backstory?
Yeah, with the old man and
it's very emotional.
Wife. Yeah, that was like...
He's crying.
I wasn't crying, but like it was...
He was crying.
It was a touching story.
Yeah.
So
it was.
I just want to wear lipstick too.
Yeah, so like I think that was really cool. They animated to do that.
What I don't like about that...
I never know when you're serious or not. You throw me for a loop every time, man.
Dude, I'm serious.
I don't know.
I'm serious.
Your score's gonna reflect your high moment. Just know that.
Can we go to gripe because that?
If you give it a 4, and then you're like, oh, I got that part was real emotional. It was good. Like I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I'm going off that. I'm going off that moment to make my gripe. Okay, look, I get it.
All right.
I get it. You like You like pretty things. You opened up. You became who you are, and it made you.
We're gonna get banned.
Check this out. Check this out.
Get banned.
At the moment he started to like pretty things and go lipstick mode,
careful.
I can't imagine him getting strong enough to become one of the 4 kings. That means he'd also have to be fighting a lot to get that power to be a 4 king. So if you start liking pretty things and shit, I can't imagine you also fighting. Because he was super soft. I'm sorry. That took me out of the immersion.
I think you just have to break boundaries, dude. I think it's like a mental boundary in your head that you can't be be pretty and strong.
Logically, it should make sense because people like you would probably not like him being so flamboyant, and you would probably try to pick on him, so he had to fight every fucking day that he wore lipstick and high heels. So of course he would get good at fucking.
You just made a great point that I wish they would have shown. Another miss by Windbreakers.
How much more backstory do you want?
Just like a quick. Show him going to school with his makeup on and fighting, and then and then that's why he got stronger. That's so quick.
Well, how do you know he wasn't crushing on Umemiya since elementary school? As soon as he started wearing makeup and maybe Umemiya's like, oh, you look pretty good in those or something. And she fell in love with him.
I also don't like how everyone's super accepting of him. Everyone's super accepting, and they say, oh, he's crazy.
They're
he loves
friends, dude. Dude, if you became a woman tomorrow, I would totally accept you, bro.
Is Japan super accepting? I don't think so. I don't think they are.
I mean...
Gaijin is a whole thing.
I guess friendship means that little to you that you wouldn't accept me if I decided to wear high heels and makeup, dude.
If you turn gay tomorrow, dude, I might lose your number.
Wow.
I might just lose it.
Wow.
I get it back.
Wow, that's crazy.
Okay, go ahead.
Maybe Cray would never do this to me.
Maybe Cray, yeah. What's y'all's gripes?
Go ahead, Devin.
Mine would just be... there
wasn't enough episodes.
The artist carrying this anime so hard.
It just feels like there's too much emotion for like all these fist fights. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like it doesn't feel like they're fighting with their fists. You know,
Naruto pain, Naruto pain.
It's
Naruto,
definitely
anybody, Naruto, anybody, any enemy, Naruto, any enemy. Sasuke, Naruto.
Yeah, but they fight for bigger reasons. These feel like small, little...
Like easily talking out moments.
Yeah, exactly.
I just wanted to be your friend. Acknowledgement.
Nah,
that's
dude.
it. That's all I wanted.
There's no chakra, so...
Better.
So, yeah...
No, it's not.
That would be just my biggest gripe. It just feels like, okay, yeah, a lot of this stuff it doesn't have to get to fights, and if it does get to fights, like, it doesn't have to be so deep about it. You know, this dude doesn't have to, like, whine for a week and be sad for a week. I don't know. It just feels like...
You want to know how poor they are? You just want them to beat the fuck out of each other?
I don't know. It just feels like too much emotion for badass fighting.
Like, how come there's no style talk? I've been waiting for like some kind of fight style to be mentioned. There's none. They're just fighting. They're just throwing hands. There's no fighting styles mentioned in any fight. There's no different techniques. They're just throwing hands.
There is technique.
No,
they don't explain the technique. But so at the end of season 1, when they're having that little tournament, they did like all have like different like techniques, and they did show that, but they don't really show it too much in this season.
Yeah, well, not just that, but they don't really go into there's techniques that you can learn. They just give you a character and say, hey, that guy knows some shit. Which I appreciate that, because I think if they go too much into technique, that's going to take away from some stuff.
I wish,
in my opinion.
No,
also that's an added element you don't need, though. You don't need it.
And also, it feels like when they grow emotionally, that's when they grow
fucking do it for
They
you.
get stronger.
They get
fighting.
stronger fighting, which doesn't really.
Power friendship.
Talk no jutsu, dude.
Power friendship. Let me yell louder and I'll get stronger. It's the same shit.
Talk no jutsu, bro.
No, they need. There's got to be like a training arc, or
Yes.
like they have to actually work at their craft to become stronger at it.
They make their
Like-
spirit gun giant.
Like Naruto with the Rasengan. Like
If I see you
he
get
worked
punched,
on
I'm
it.
gonna get stronger. Okay? Because I want to protect you.
For a moment.
All right.
And then it's gonna
No.
go away.
I want
It's
to
called-
protect you
it's called
forever.
adrenaline.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Well, my
Love.
friend just got hurt. You're my Bulma, and I'm not gonna let Beerus fucking slap you like that. I'm gonna beat the fuck out of him and go past my limit.
But he didn't. He still lost.
Dude, no,
Vegeta got his ass whooped.
no, he had to realize that there were other priorities. I'm not gonna go attack the leader. Oh shit, my guys are getting fucked up behind me.
But he
I
fought.
need to focus on my guys.
Oh, you just switched it over. I was talking about.
Oh,
It's cool.
well, shit,
It's cool.
I don't know.
It's cool.
Anyways, I just want to say I didn't have too many gripes. The only gripe I will have is that what's his name, the lieutenant that's a bitch, kind of.
Nire,
I wish Nire was already at least.
a fighter.
No, I mean I'm happy that they're hinting towards that he's gonna actually be at
A good
some
fighter.
point a good fighter.
That's bullshit though, because everybody they're fighting has already been fighting. So him to just
my
get stronger
God.
is some bullshit.
Some people
It's
are just
not
naturally
just getting.
talented,
He's not just getting stronger.
He can duck fast.
He literally is struggling in his training. He's admitting it.
I think
He's,
we're like
he's still
this.
powering at the end of the fucking anime.
Yeah, Andy takes notes.
And he
You
takes
don't think he
notes.
hasn't been taking notes like this whole
He's like
time?
Kenichi, bro. I swear to God, he's gonna be taking
Oh,
notes.
boy,
He's gonna be
no.
taking notes. And he'll be like,
Please don't mention Kenichi in the same breath as this.
No. Fucking.
Please don't mention
Anyways.
Kenichi.
I'm happy that he's in a. Yeah. Anyway, he's gonna be good. Hopefully, he learned more techniques. I hope he learns something from every fucking
Bro, get
person.
outta here,
That would
dude.
be so sick.
Yeah, he can be strong when he's a senior, not this season.
Well, maybe we'll see a time skip.
Ugh.
Maybe they'll be second classmen by the time.
Maybe they just skip to like when they're older.
And what's
in
the point
this-
of grades
in the
anyways
series.
if they don't go to school?
I know, dude. I hate the school setting.
That's my
There's no
gripe.
teachers there.
That's
they're
my
just,
main gripe.
They're just going to school to show up.
That's
They're,
my
they're
main
doing
gripe.
nothing
All right,
there.
this has been running on far too long.
Oh my
Let's
god.
rate it. Go ahead,
I'll go first.
Devin. God damn it, go ahead.
All right, I can take it or leave it. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Ah.
Yeah, it just doesn't. I don't know. Too much emotion for just a bunch of boys. And it doesn't feel. I mean, like there is good like backstories to some of it, which I enjoyed. Like the Keel, whenever he like saved that one kid who was trying to save the people, that person
pissed me
underneath the
off.
bridge, and then he takes him back to their lair. And like I
Traps him.
thought at first I was like, oh, these guys are just misunderstood. And then, and then
He's like, I know he's actually a piece of shit.
yeah, and then you're like, oh no, these guys are a piece of shit. So, but yeah, they do have like some like cool backstories to some of them. Character progression is I like to see that, but it's just too much whininess for me for some of these characters.
I'm there. I'm gonna give it a strong 4. I really just was.
Wow.
I fell asleep multiple times watching it, dude. I'm never mad at shows that rely on character building, but here's the problem: when your character building is so milquetoast and unoriginal, like I just don't.
What other anime have you watched that
Hold
has a
on.
fucking trans
Hold on.
character discovering themselves?
That's
what
fine.
are you talking about?
That's fine, but it was just so boring, dude. It just felt so boring, man. They made a whole episode out
That's
of
an
it.
opinion.
When I hear the opening to Windbreakers, which I remember from the last opening was awesome. And by the way, this ending was fire. I loved it. But I think fighting, and when the middle of the season
Yeah.
became so much talk no bullshit, just to end up how it did with the cool little hype at the end, I just felt really like it was unoriginal. It was boring, and I'm not excited to watch it ever again. To be quite honest,
I can't wait till season 3 comes out. I'm gonna pick it as soon as it comes
I
out.
don't think that it's not unoriginal.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy
don't,
thing
I
to
don't think
say.
that there's
Crazy thing
another
to say.
anime that's
I just-
really like this.
it just felt unoriginal to me. It felt like a slice of life more than a fighting anime.
Okay.
And that's just not my thing, really. Unless it's funny. I only like funny slice of lives.
They even had funny parts in it too. I
Don't.
thought.
Okay, don't. Sakura getting flustered at a love is not funny to me. Okay.
No, what I thought was funny is watching like totally not even expecting a fucking a guy to be pole dancing and then discovering how that happened. Like that shit made me laugh. I was like, what the fuck?
How's that funny?
That came out of nowhere. Well, because I didn't expect it.
Wasn't meant to be funny.
Probably
You're
not.
just a prejudice. All right, go ahead, dude. What's
Me?
Your rating? What's your rating? 4 and 5. What you got?
I'm gonna give it a 7. Solid 7.
It's all right.
I enjoyed it. Good fights, good animation, good backstories. There's some parts I didn't care for, as far as like
Everything.
no, like it would have been cooler to have Indo like fight maybe Sakura, like just a little exchange, just to see the gap, because there is a gap there, and instead of showing it through maybe a quick exchange, they showed it through like aura, which I didn't care for. Like, cool that they have aura, like, oh shit, Subakino and that
They all jumped up. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, well, they have aura, and even that kind of like, oh shit, like these guys are on a different level than I am.
We need power feats.
Okay.
We need power feats.
Don't interrupt my rating. Okay.
Sorry.
So
If I don't get Bleach coming in with a blade, stopping everything.
it's fun, dude. Because they don't have powers. Like, God.
Stop with a finger. You know, that's how we knew Aizen was a beast. He stopped each freaking.
Yeah, this guy's better than Sakura because all he has to do is like, don't put towards your luck,
Dude,
kid. Like,
he lost aura by jumping off the building. He was like, ow!
that
Come
was
on, dude.
funny.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
That was okay. Yeah, I'm
was
not
funny.
gonna claim this anime as funny because of that moment.
That was the funny part, though.
Yeah, every anime has a funny moment.
No, that's not true. Berserk has no funny moments.
There are moments where he's like,
I've never seen a funny moment in
Yes,
Berserk at all.
There are little
Oh
moments.
my god. Alright. Anyways, that's my rating. That was the Windbreaker Season 2. Obviously, it's not everybody's cup of tea. Roast him in the comments, this guy especially, because you know what the fuck he's talking about. Season 3's coming. I'm going to pick it as a weekly. In spite of you.
I can't imagine someone watching this weekly.
In spite of you,
I can't
will do it.
I can't imagine watching that
And
trans
you know what's,
episode
and you know what's
weekly.
so funny? I think they released the whole, like, I don't know, I think they released the whole fucking thing. But if they release Season 3 weekly, coming up, we out.